Well, River Rats, there's my dog, and there's my boat. I love both of them quite a bit. It'd be a real sad day if I ever had to pick between the two. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of my dream boat, the boat I've been thinking about for the past decade or better, and I have a few announcements, but first, let's go check out this boat. Alright, so what this thing is, it's a Seaark 2072 MVJT. 2072, it's 20 feet long, 72 inches wide, and MV stands for modified V, so it's got a little bit of a V, and then JT stands for jet tunnel. And I'll show you that. That's one of the coolest parts and the thing that makes this my dream boat. If you check this out right here, it's got a jet tunnel. That's the bottom of the boat right there. Then you got this rise, and the jet foot sits right in that rise. So there's actually nothing sticking out underneath the boat, so it can go in really shallow water. The downside of the jet is it likes to drink gas a lot. This gives you a little bit better angle. You can see how the jet foot pretty much sits inside that tunnel. Water shoots through there, goes in here, goes up through this thingy, then out this right here. You probably also notice this right here. There should be a little flip that comes over the top to divert the flow and give you neutral and reverse. Well, it got hung up on a log and ripped it clean off, but it's not the absolute end of the world. It'll still go forward, but whenever you turn it on, it's in forward. I have no neutral, I have no reverse till I get those parts in, and thanks to old COVID, getting parts is not the easiest right now, but it's still functioning, so you know, it's not so bad. For a motor, it's got a 150 Mercury, but with a jet, it's actually a 105, because when you put a jet on the lower unit, you lose 30% horsepower, which another reason it drinks a lot of gas. But you know, everything's a trade-off. You have your positives and your negatives, but it's a 105 essentially, and it pushes it pretty good. It'll go with just me in it and trimmed up just right about 35 miles an hour, but when you're going through 4 inches of water, 30 mile an hour seems pretty fast. Moving on to the rest of the boat. It's got a bimini top. That was a definite must-have for somebody with fair ginger skin like myself and anybody else who's on the boat who's sensitive. I feel your pain. So we have a bimini top for that reason. For the trolling motor, I went with the Garmin Force. I have this pipe dream of having live scope someday, and it might happen. So I have Garmin everything. I got Garmin Force trolling motor, Garmin Echo Map 9s for the fish finders, one in the front and one in the back. I like it so far. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, and it's quiet. I've had some issues with spot lock and it like kind of getting a mind of its own. I don't know. It's probably something on my end, but I'll figure it out. Just haven't got to that point yet. But it is quiet, so it has that going for it. Got lights here. Got a big old light bar in the front. Another light there. It lights everything up pretty good. Got my cooler with my Cubby sticker strapped down all the time, staying strapped, and keep my waters and such in there. Went with a galvanized trailer, and a little more maintenance free. I drive on a lot of gravel, and paint chips don't rust up on these quite like they do a painted, just regular trailer. So costs a little more, but I think it was worth it, and that was something I definitely wanted. And a spare tire, that's kind of important. Alright, let's check out the inside. The absolute best part about this whole thing is there's so much room for activities. That's why I went with the tiller. Should probably get these walnuts out of here. Most of these leaves will blow out. Extra leaves creates more habitat diversity for wild critters, you know, helping out the environment. But there's no council in this thing, so you have this wide open area for whatever. You can set a bucket down and it doesn't feel like it's taking up the whole boat. Got room for a person here, captain's chair back there. I got a pedestal for another person, so you fit 4 people total pretty dang comfortably. And that's the best feature of this boat, other than the fact that it can drive through really shallow water. Storage is important because I bring a lot of stuff. I don't feel like I bring that much, and then I start putting it away and things fill up really quick. Lockable storage is important because I'm on the road a bunch. Keep my life jackets in here, planer boards, rain gear, tools. I keep a little sledgehammer now, a gear puller. I'll show you what that is. So for if I get stuck without friends to help me out, I got this guy, and it's been used. So what I do is I have a fence post and I can hammer it into the ground with this little baby hammer and run some winch rope from the front of the boat to the fence post, and I can use this gear puller, come along, whatever you want to call it, to move the boat, and it'll work. It's been done. It works about 2 feet at a time, and it still sucks, but you're not completely stranded. Next step is to get a winch eventually, but it's on the list of things. I'll get it when I can afford it. Those are probably the biggest, most important things in there. On to the other storage compartment. The other one is rod storage. It's an 8-foot rod locker, so it'll fit a whole bunch of stuff in it. Whole bunch of rods. You can stuff them all in there. They turn into a tangled mess, but they are on the boat. Then I got some extra tackle back here, you know, whopper ploppers and stuff. And my anchor lights are in there too. I'm a big fan of the old tackle web storage because those are the only 2 storage compartments in the boat for tackle and stuff. It's kind of nice to keep these out of the way, and then I have this spot back here with rod stagers for rods that are sitting out and not being used. And then I got a little more tackle there and a cutting board. Here's my fence post. These things though, these are anchor pins. How these work, I got a bracket right there. Just slide them in, they go down to the bottom. And then you shove them down in the mud or sand or whatever, and they work pretty good in mud and sand. Gravel and rock, not quite as much. They're probably not as good as a actual power pole, but they're a lot cheaper and they take up less room. So I'm gonna stick with these for a while, and yeah, they treat me pretty good. They flex a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. For rod holders, I got Fish Bites rod holders because they're a little more compact. I like that. And I'm not a big fan of the rod racks, like, because they just take up a ton of room and they make a lot of your boat not like less usable space. Definitely a personal preference thing, but that's what I prefer. And they also make all rod holders make a handy place for you to put your fish grippers. So I hang mine there, and then also have these accessory trays. It's like a little thing that, you know, makes kind of a nice difference. You got a drink holder. To have a space, I built a little sinker tray, and I made this out of cutting board, and that way the sinkers aren't bouncing around and making as much noise. You can hang some hooks on them. You can loose some hooks. There's some hooks lost down there. Then my other one back here has all my tools: hook sharpener, bait shears, bait knife, secret sauce. Here's a fun one. So when I'm driving this boat at night and the bugs are real bad, I have these safety glasses, and obviously I need to wipe them off. But as long as they're not dirty and smudged up like they are right now, because it just rained yesterday, it'll help keep the bugs out of your eyes when you're driving at night. Actually works pretty decent. I think I have a pair of pliers in there too, but usually I carry a pair on my hip, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's nice to have backups. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, for batteries too, I went and got lithiums, Bioeno lithiums, and they work awesome. So that Garmin, it can be an 80-pound or 100-pound thrust trolling motor, depending on how many batteries you hook up. If you hook up 2 24-volt, it's 80-pound thrust. If you hook up 3 36-volt, it's a 100-pound thrust. I just have 2, so it's an 80-pound, but I ran it on the Mississippi and Missouri bumping for like 10 hours, and it was fine, which is kind of mind-blowing. I know they're new. I don't know how long that length of charge will last, but for now, they're treating me pretty dang good. Some people just walked by. My mom's dog started barking at them. We made eye contact. It was awkward. Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about in the boat. It's got a built-in fuel tank, which is handy. It's got a trash bag to keep things reasonably tidy. And I'm really digging the Millennium seats. I think that's about it. As far as the announcements go, though, this is the exciting stuff, the interesting stuff. I did resign from teaching, not necessarily to do YouTube full time, but all of you plus the YouTube platform has given me the opportunity to do the thing I've always dreamed about doing, and that's be a fishing guide. Like, I learned what a fishing guide was when I was 12, and I was like, there's no way you can pull it off in Iowa. Iowa's not Iowa's not a tourist destination. Iowa's not a fishing destination. But I've been able to show you some of the fish that are here, and there's been actually some people who wanted to go fishing with me. So all of you who have went fishing with me, thank you. Like, you're helping me live out a dream. All of you watch the video, same deal. And anybody who wants to go fishing in the future, like I have, well, at this very moment, I have one date open. I don't know if it'll be the same in the future or not, but hopefully not. Hopefully somebody wants to go fishing with me and it fills up. But I definitely booked some trips for the coming season, 2022 season. And right now I'm planning on going to Florida and running trips for stripers and blue cats and stuff like that down in the Apalachicola River. Then if I can get the insurance thing figured out, I'll run beach shark fishing charters. But I'll definitely be able to run the river trips. Still working on the shark trips. But get a hold of me, Spencer at rivercertified.com, and we can talk about booking a trip for any of that stuff. Flatheads, stripers, hybrid stripers, blue cats, and walleyes, and maybe sharks. Fingers crossed on the sharks. So that's exciting. That's terrifying. No more stable income. I just look at it, I wake up broke every day, and I really need to get after it. So that's the way I've been trying to live my life. Fingers crossed, things keep going okay. The other big announcement. First off, if you have any questions about the boat, comment them, and I won't be able to reply for a little while yet. It's not that I don't want to reply and answer your questions and respond to everything you guys write, and you all write really nice things, and I really appreciate it. It's that I won't have cell phone service right now because I won't be in the country. I am down in Guyana right now fishing for the largest predatory catfish that swim on our planet. So that's another dream that I've been saving my pennies up for, and I get the chance to make it happen. And I can't wait to show you the videos from that trip. They'll be coming. I'll be posting them as soon as I can. I have videos set to automatically post while I'm gone. I'll reply to any comments or anything anybody says as soon as I get back, and then I'll be editing those videos from the Amazon feverishly to try and hopefully show you some enormous catfish. Fingers crossed. So I'm stoked about that. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. Like, things are going great right now, and I don't take them for granted. You know, like, all of you, for real, who take time to watch my videos, like, it means a lot to me, and it helps give me the opportunity to do these things. So basically, without you, it wouldn't be possible, and that's why I'm really appreciative of it all. I don't know, it blows my mind. Like, always loved the idea of being on the water. I'm not fishing for a living, I'm not making YouTube videos for a living, but I'm being on the water for a living. You know, like, I'm helping other people catch fish, I'm doing some fishing, I'm editing videos and doing a handful of other things. So right now, life is the dream, and I owe it all to you, seriously. So thank you. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll get to them as soon as I can. But either way, if you like the video or the boat, or like the idea of Amazon catfishing, like the video. Drop a like. If you want to see more videos like this, and if you're looking forward to the Amazon trip, subscribe, and it means a lot. So thank you. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for all the nice comments. Thank you for making this all possible. And when I say I hope you catch a giant, I mean it. Hope you catch a giant.